In the tension-soaked world of the bold and the beautiful, where emotions unravel like finely spun silk and secrets always claw their way to the surface, Liam's desperation drives him to orchestrate the most audacious move of his life. On the eve of a critical surgery that could change his future, Liam realizes that his fractured relationships with Steffi and Hope have reached a breaking point. Torn between the two women who have defined his existence, he makes a radical decision not to choose, but to force unity. Liam enlists one of Bill Spencer's most trusted but off-the-grid operatives to stage his own kidnapping. The plan is strategic. Disappear under alarming circumstances, send coded clues to both women, and force them to work together to save him. His goal isn't just reconciliation, it's confrontation, not with him, but with each other. He believes that shared fear and a common mission will bridge the divide between Steffi and Hope. Maybe, just maybe, they'll finally see what he sees, that love is complicated, and no one wins by tearing the other down. The plan unfolds with precision. Steffi receives a voicemail garbled, desperate, unmistakably Liam. Hope finds a note, written in his handwriting but with cryptic phrases only she would understand. Both women follow parallel trails, drawn by fear and love, slowly beginning to share information, suspicion, and finally a sense of shared urgency. In a twist of fate, the journey begins to soften their hostility. A fragile truce forms. It works at least until Sheila Carter, the eternal saboteur, enters the scene. Sheila, always lurking in shadows, overhears just enough of the plan to seize an opportunity. She intercepts the operative, flips the arrangement, and takes Liam for herself. A new, much darker scheme forms. Sheila stages a brutal scene: blood, torn fabric, Liam's watch shattered beside a rock, and feeds evidence to the police anonymously. The authorities act fast. A body is never found, but the scene is convincing enough. The case is closed. The conclusion: Liam is presumed dead. Hope shatters. Steffi erupts. They accuse each other with venom that strips away the brief alliance they had begun to build. Each woman is certain the other knows more than she's admitting. The guilt, the grief, and the unresolved tension explode into full-blown war. The media spins the story into scandal. Bill demands answers. Brooke blames Taylor. And through it all, the truth remains buried under Sheila's carefully crafted lies. Meanwhile, Liam is alive, but barely. Drugged, injured, and locked in a remote shed in the canyons outside Los Angeles, he drifts in and out of consciousness. The trauma is worse than expected. His injuries become critical, and the clock runs out on the surgical window his doctors had set. Without that operation, he faces irreversible consequences. And no one knows where he is. Only one person refuses to give up: Finn. As a doctor, he understands what Liam's body is going through. As Steffi's husband, he sees her spiraling. And as a man, he starts to question where he fits in Steffi's heart. But he doesn't let that stop him. Piecing together overlooked clues: blood droplets on gravel near the cliff trail, a discarded syringe with a rare compound used in medical sedatives, Finn follows a hunch that no one else believes in. The trail leads him to a steep path off a canyon road. He follows it, knowing he might find nothing or too much. And there she is. Sheila, cornered on the edge of a cliff, with a knife, and with Liam barely breathing behind her. Finn confronts her, heart racing. She tries to twist the story. Says she was trying to help, that someone else set it up, that Liam wanted to disappear. But Finn doesn't blink. He gets to Liam. The struggle is brief but brutal. Sheila slips. Whether she falls or lets go is never clear. Her body disappears into the ravine. No one finds it. Again, Liam is rushed to the hospital. The surgery is attempted, but the delay has done irreversible damage. He survives, but with a devastating cost, his eyesight is gone. The prognosis is grim. The trauma, the blood loss, the delay in treatment, his optic nerves were too damaged. The man who once saw everything too clearly now sees nothing at all. When Steffi and Hope see him again, the war between them goes quiet, but only for a moment. He sits between them, silent, the bandages still over his eyes, unaware of their expressions. And then he reaches out, one hand toward each of them. Hope takes his left. Steffi hesitates, then takes his right. It's not peace. It's not forgiveness. It's the moment before the next storm. Finn watches from the hallway. He hears the quiet hum of Liam's monitor, sees the way Steffi brushes his shoulder, the way her eyes soften not for Finn, but for Liam. The way she's always softened for Liam. Something inside him begins to fracture. He saved Liam. He fought for Steffi. But he's not the one she's thinking about at night. And he knows it. In the weeks that follow, the new dynamic becomes unbearable. Liam adjusts to blindness with quiet resolve. He's still sharp, still Liam, still able to hold a conversation that cuts deep. But he's changed. He no longer plays the indecisive man bouncing between two women. Now he sees with his heart, and that might be even more dangerous. Hope begins to spend her days at the hospital. She reads to Liam, brings him recordings of their daughter, and tries to rebuild what they had before. Steffi, torn between guilt and longing, visits at night. She helps him learn Braille, tells him about the ocean waves outside the Malibu house, tries to pretend everything is okay. But everything is not okay. Finn finally confronts her. Tell me, he says, voice tight, do you see a future with me, or just a memory of him? Steffi can't answer. And that silence breaks something between them. He walks out, not in anger, but in exhaustion. He knows what she won't say. Meanwhile, the press reopens the Liam story. A leaked photo shows him in a wheelchair, sunglasses hiding his eyes, flanked by both Hope and Steffi. Public sympathy explodes. He's now not just a love triangle, he's a symbol. Two women, one man, and a bond that seems unbreakable. But inside that bond is poison. Jealousy simmers beneath every smile. Possessiveness lurks in every kind gesture. Sheila's name resurfaces when an anonymous caller suggests she faked her death again. The ravine is searched. No remains. No closure. The possibility of her return haunts everyone, especially Finn. He starts seeing shadows where there are none and begins pulling away from Steffi altogether. Liam, though blind, becomes the center of a silent competition. Hope offers him structure. She talks of peace, routine, raising Beth together. Steffi offers him passion, chaos, and history. She reminds him of nights in Aspen, of what they built with Kelly. Neither wants to back down. One night, Liam makes a request. He wants to return to the cliff where Finn found him, with both of them. It's symbolic. A closing of one chapter, a step into something new. But standing at the edge, blind to the view, he speaks quietly. You both love me. I don't deserve it. But I can't see the future anymore. I can only feel it. If you stay, do it for the man I am now, not who I was. They leave the cliff in silence. No decision. Just the weight of his words. Hope clutches his hand as they walk back. Steffi lingers behind, looking down into the ravine. Below, something gleams in the moonlight. A bracelet. Twisted. Familiar. And then movement. She steps back, heart pounding. Sheila is alive. What happens next will redefine everything. But for now, the triangle holds its breath until the next move shatters everything again.
Oh,